All right. You not sure what's happening? I'm not sure. Okay, babe. Tanisha said she couldn't get on for some reason.
Okay.
All right, guys. Welcome back. It is Thursday night. Welcome back to Unleashed Live. We are looking at both Facebook Live, Zoom conference. I'm the host, Lorie Woodruff, coming to you guys with all my misfit friends on the Zoom conference. And tonight's topic, we are going to bring you talking a little bit more about social media and relationships. Now, let me talk a little bit, first of all, about why we do what we do. A couple of months ago, we started Unleashed Live, and it had to do with a conversation that we were having on Facebook, and we were having some relationship. We were having some relationship conversations, and it just kind of spilled over. So I had wrote a book a year ago called Unleashed Live. Excuse me. Let's break it down.
Already?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Got a whole new book, huh? Unleash Your Irresistibility, Secrets to Making Every Man Want You. So I said, let's coin the phrase Unleashed Live, kind of an extension, so we can talk a little bit more about relationship issues that happen from an adult standpoint, and just bring it to you, of course, to have fun with it, and then have some conclusions at the end of what the heck we're going to do to fix this situation. So I wanted to introduce some of the guys, and I want to make sure everybody on Facebook Live can hear. Hey, SC. Hey, James. I want to make sure everybody can hear okay on Facebook, okay? All right, Miss Angie, you were first. Introduce yourself.
I am Angie. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm here living it. I am receiving it and learning.
She is living, receiving, and learning. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And she's bringing it real. Bringing it real. I like that. And Tanisha is not on, so we don't have the other young lady on the line. Aman?
Hi.
Hey, Aman.
I'm on here.
Hey, James.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm an entrepreneur, hustler, streetwalker by night.
Did you say streetwalker by night?
Streetwalker by night.
Yeah, you know, I'm out here hustling my body.
Okay. All right.
You know how that goes.
Okay, so we got a hustler on. Basically, we got a hustler on the line. He works hard. He does whatever he needs to do. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Tanisha, welcome.
Hey,
Diva. Who are you, girl? Welcome.
I am Tanisha. Hey, everybody. Real estate mogul, boss magnet, future author. I am. I guess it's time for an upgrade on the desktop. That's all.
It's time to upgrade your something because you couldn't get on.
My desktop, probably.
Okay. SC, James, can you hear okay? Just want to make sure you can hear everything. Daniel, introduce yourself, sir.
I am Dr. Dan. Well, Daniel, but AKA Dr. Dan. I am an investor, real estate mogul, an author, entrepreneur, teacher, motivational speaker, and all these other great things.
Okay. That's why we got some flavor on the line.
Yes.
Flavor on the line. I like that. And Kevin is last. Kevin, can you guys hear okay?
How's everybody doing tonight? Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you. I just want to make sure Facebook can hear you okay.
Okay, great. I'll make sure I talk up a little bit loud. But my name is Kevin Howe. I'm a phenomenal father, an entrepreneur, a mentor, and also, but most importantly, I'm a student. And so that's my introduction. Back to you, Lorie.
I like that. We are always students. I like that. So I started out with some music, and if you guys saw a post that I did earlier this week, Rake It Up, that was just for you ladies. That was just for you, so you can have a little bit of seat music wherever you are. And I just did the instrumental because I just want to make sure, we keep everything straight and honest. All right, so again, realtor, author, and host of Lorie TV. We're going to have fun tonight, but we want to attack this topic. We want to attack this topic, of course, of social media and real estate. Why does a real estate girl want to talk about social media and relationships? Why? Because a lot of things that we do doesn't just stop with opening up a door to help someone in a home. Right, Tanisha?
That's right.
We still have lives. We still have conversations with people on an individual basis. And a lot of times, day to day, these things come up. So these are the things that come up on a daily basis that we want answers to. So tonight, guys, you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready.
What I have is like 6 topics that we're gonna attack, and we're not gonna be on her too long. Yeah, Troy, I got the instrumental. What we're gonna do tonight is talk about openly, just an open discussion about this, and of course, definitely you Facebook lovers, you can chime in with any comments that you like. All right, that will definitely be helpful. So you are definitely welcome. All right, so when we're talking about social media, we are talking about, and we always like to give a good definition of what's what. Social media, for those that are not, you're on it right now, so of course you know what it is. But social media is anything that is on the internet. It can be Facebook, and I don't know all of the social media. Hey, Lyric, what's up? I don't know all of the outlets, but I'm going to give you the majors. What do we have? Facebook. We got Snapchat. We got Instagram. Twitter.
MySpace.
Is MySpace still open?
No.
They still have MySpace? Oh, my God.
I'm just joking.
Okay, Black
way
Planet.
back.
Black Planet, for those that really want to go back. I don't know if you still got your Black Planet account.
No.
I think I was 16 when that came out.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I never
What
had
is that
Black
novel
Planet.
dating site?
36,
Is
yeah.
it Black Planet, though? That's what it is, right?
Yeah, Black Planet is still out.
Oh, okay. So whoever
Black
has a
People
Black
Meet.
Planet account,
Oh,
that
Black
counts as
people, yeah.
that counts as social media also.
Yeah.
So when we talk about social media, when you're single, it's a different story because you're out just doing what you do. And it's no big deal. It's no attachment because you are single. But then when you meet someone, that's when you have to kind of curtail some of the raggedy stuff that we used to do and then kind of fall and then fall.
Are they hanging up now, Lorie?
No, Tanisha's looking at me like, what? You know me by now, please. There's no surprise. There's no surprise. No surprise. When I say raggedy, I mean it with love. And I mean it simply just to say you can't keep doing the same things online that you used to do. So let's talk about some of the things when we talk about social media versus getting a relationship. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Lyric,
Hey,
Troy, can you hear us okay? I just want to make sure that you can hear the Zoom conference folks okay. Number one is inappropriate activity.
social media as a whole, you mean?
Let's clarify.
Let's talk. Okay, good. When you talk about inappropriate activity, now we're talking about you in a relationship. It doesn't matter how long you've been in a relationship, but it's got to be some boundaries and some respect lines as far as what kind of what do you call as inappropriate activity? And you're in a relationship.
But everybody.
May I answer first?
Take it.
Anything that you can't do in front of your partner is inappropriate. If you can't type it or say it in front of your partner, then it's inappropriate.
I agree.
What if you can?
When he or she walks in the room and you're typing, if you have to shut the screen down,
Yeah, you just shut the
wrong.
computer down. Like, I was just talking to
like,
my mom.
oh no, that doesn't work.
You weren't talking to your mom. What was that a picture of on the screen?
What if you are? You can say it and type it, and it's still inappropriate.
What do you call inappropriate? When I think inappropriate, I'm thinking the excessive likes. Okay. Why are you, excessively liking someone else's pictures and stuff?
Picture.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hold
Amon.
on.
Amon.
You gotta like a scene.
Yeah, excessively like it. That's funny.
Okay, so all right.
Keep that one.
Okay, I'm about to play devil's advocate though. So
make sure everybody's volume is up on your computer.
Yeah, it is. Well, so excessive likes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what if you're just going through and just like liking people's posts, liking people's pictures, so on and so forth, right? Nothing intentional about it. You just
you're liking it though.
Yeah, you're liking it, but you don't really have anything behind it.
Yeah. Anything more than 2, like I wouldn't even like if I'm liking like Tanisha's page. Purposely, I'm not going to excessively go over 4 because I don't want her to think I'm a freaking creep. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a little bit at a time. But I've had some people like my stuff, and it's probably like I wake up to 12 messages from one person liking, several pages from like 2012. So they're going way back in my pictures. I'm like, you spent time on that page, looking and looking. So if you're liking excessively,
right now,
just beware.
This is the other thing. So if you're in a relationship and
your
partner is actually liking people's or a young lady, let's say just a certain individual's pictures and posts or what have you, you know about it.
You know about it?
How do you know about it unless you're actually trolling their pages?
True.
Okay, well, my thing is, stop liking it so much. If you feel so wonderful about it, write something about it, but you don't have to just go around just liking it.
Yeah, but
the like on social media, you have to understand, has a whole different connotation to different people.
I agree.
It's just an agreement that you like it.
I agree.
Right. So if you think the dog's gray color was cute, then say your dog is cute and gray. But don't just be liking pictures because she's standing up in there with this cute little gray dog. What is it that you're actually liking?
Just beware of how many
likes.
Right.
If I may chime in.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
If it wasn't up there for us to like, then I think more so that responsibility would be on the person who posted, not the many likes it gets.
No, sir.
No,
you're in a relationship.
The responsibility is yours because you're in a relationship.
Don't even try it. Kevin, if you are in a relationship with a young lady, don't act like it's her fault because she's got all those pictures on there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you to kind of hold back on how much you're going to be giving her attention.
Okay, so let me go back to my original question real quick. So we're in a relationship, right? And I'm excessively liking somebody else's posts or their pictures. But how do you know that I'm liking?
I don't know that. I'm just saying from the honor system, if you are doing it, I don't know if you're liking it or not. I'm just bringing up to your attention, fellas. Okay. If it is something where you are doing it, I think if it is caught, we are good private eyes. We don't need to go to school for private eye activity. All right, we were born with it.
He made a good.
We'll find it
if we need to.
Huh?
He made a good.
Someone else
point, though. Actually, he made a great point.
How
would you know?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about you honestly liking excessively stuff on someone else's page.
That's right.
So now we have to define what is the definition of excessive. Is it 2? Is it 3? What's the definition of excessive?
I think
because it could be spread out within a month's time period.
Yeah,
it could be spread out over the year. I might have liked the person's post 1,000 times, but it's probably been over the last 10 years. Is that considered excessive?
Listen.
Okay. Well, how about this? What would you feel uncomfortable with?
Hey, I think. Hey guys, tell my dad I said hey. My dad is watching. Great.
Nice. Tell Pops he said hello.
So,
but to that, what would you feel uncomfortable?
I don't know a number. All I'm saying is I want you to always think, what if my girl was doing the same thing?
Exactly.
What if my lady was doing the same thing? What I feel comfortable doing, what I'm doing right now to this degree. And whatever time of nights or early morning that you're doing this in, just be aware. I'm just saying, I don't have a number. I'm just saying, just be aware that the shoe could always be on the other foot.
Mm-hmm.
So like Daniel said, which
Like
he made
that.
a great
Like
point.
that. How about that?
So the great point that Daniel made, how would I know not unless I'm being a PI?
Okay.
That's a lack of trust right there.
That I'm not.
Is it not?
Kevin, we're not talking about if I know or not. I'm just saying you honestly liking excessively too much. I'm not saying anything about the lady knowing about what you're doing. Don't bring that into it. Let's focus.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
We're focusing on the individual, the man and the woman. I think excessively liking and commenting outside of the fact that you were in a relationship, I think it's a little bit inappropriate.
They're not getting enough attention.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting enough attention.
Okay.
Oh, the baby not getting enough attention.
Because if they were occupied and getting enough attention, they would be.
Y'all require so much work. I tell you that much. You all are babies.
I guess the point that I'm trying to make, piggybacking off of what Daniel brought to the table, was if you're on social media, if you have a social media platform, whatever it is, Instagram or whatever, and you're liking things, could it just be that you like something that somebody posts over and over because they may have the same mentality that you have?
Absolutely.
It
but
sounds like
integrity.
Understand totally. The one thing that I feel like I'm not hearing is the excessiveness on what is posted when it comes to pictures and butt shots or pretty faces or cleavage being shown. You know what I'm saying?
But nothing says you have
to
to respond to that. Nothing says you have to respond to it.
Nothing.
And if you're with someone, you have an obligation not to respond to it.
Ooh, now what? Yeah, it's so right. It's so right.
You know what?
It's not. It's like who? I mean, who are you playing to? Are you playing to that butt shot, or are you playing to your mate?
Thank you.
Well,
thank you.
And to further answer your question, who would know? Remember now, other people are on that social network with you.
Yeah.
I've gotten calls like, why is your man always liking such and such and such?
Always gonna tell us.
Who is that? Which makes me go and look.
Always
that's the extension of the female police.
Right. Why is this female?
That's the extension of the female.
There's always a battle in the neighborhood. So it girl doesn't have
and
to.
don't play innocent, because men do it too. Men do it too. It's the same thing, checking out their women's Facebook, this is that and the other, telephones, same thing. It's the same thing on both sides. We equally play that field. So it's not a point, how would they know? That's how they know. So now you know how everybody knows. Then what is it that you do about it? You have an obligation not to like it.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
what do you think about that, Daniel?
And then especially the following and liking all the time. It got to come to your attention all times of the day. So you got to like everything.
Right.
Well, I guess the understanding that I would like to get, because like for me it'd be different. Like I don't need to be connected on social media with my significant other because I'm connected with her at home. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different world. It's a whole different monster. It creates all type of misunderstandings because this person liked this or this person commented that and so forth and so on. So from that platform, that social media platform perspective, me personally, I wouldn't even want to be connected with my significant other, not because I'm not secure with myself, but they probably wouldn't be secure. You know what I'm saying? So I guess me in this conversation, when it comes to social media versus a relationship, me personally, I wouldn't even want to be on social media in a relationship, because to me, it's a virtual world. And I would rather spend more time and energy in the real world with having the conversations, because I don't need to see my significant other liking my posts when I can just talk to them about my posts. You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying?
And you're a cut above, so that's not what's going on.
Let me chime in on that, because I have a personal story for that
So what is going on?
What's that talking about?
Huh?
Who's
Kevin.
that talking? Who is that?
Kevin.
This is Mr. Kevin Howell.
Okay.
That's Kevin. So about that, so I had a private story about that one. So I was dating. I'm now officially single. And it wasn't because of social media. It was just because he has issues. It was social media came up as a conversation. Shut up, Kevin. And wait a minute, are you serious, Lorie? Yeah, girl, I'm good.
Yeah, she's serious.
Look at my face. I'm fine.
Yeah, she's serious.
Wow.
That's
what I'm talking about right there.
We'll save that for another few minutes. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. We'll get back. So yeah, I'm
gotta do a remix.
I'm back on the market, but I got my eyes on somebody. So don't. So anyway, back to the social media part. So I'm a girlfriend. I'm proud that I'm in a relationship, right? And that kind of leads us into the next topic we're going to talk about. But he wasn't that present on social media. So I had a picture of us together, and I was like, you know me, I'm all over social. I love pictures and video. So I took the picture and I tagged him on his social media page.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, it's right. So I saw it posted. I'm like, oh, yay. Hey, how about that? And then the next day it was down. And it was, I wish you would tell me before you post something on social media. And I'm like,
wow.
Why? I'm your lady, right? Am I? And he said,
trying to keep you hidden? Wow.
I just, I'm like to keep my things private. So that rolls into number 2.
Yeah.
You're too private. Number 2 is when you're too private. So when you're too private, that says what to your significant other? If you don't want to post pictures of your boo, if you don't post pictures with your boo, but you post pictures with your boys and, golf balls and other stuff, what does that communicate to your young lady?
You a side chick.
I'm a side chick? No, I don't think I'm a side chick.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, trust me. Listen.
It's possible.
That's what Lorie said about that.
If
I was in a relationship.
It's a possibility.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Yes, I knew.
There's other possibilities out there. No, it's not that he's hiding something. There's other possibilities out there.
That's what
like you.
Right, and that's what
there's other possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all it is.
All the guys on Facebook are saying he's hiding something.
Yeah, the thing is, if that man is proud of you and want to be with you, he don't care who sees you two together.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, years ago I used
I like Daniel.
Post all the stuff.
I like Daniel. I'm piggybacking off of Daniel all night tonight. I'm just a piggybacker. I'm piggybacking off Daniel all night tonight. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't worry. You still have some estrogen in the room. It's cool, fellas. Y'all dominate tonight.
It's one of those things where, that man is proud of you. He wants to be with you.
I want my man to be proud of me. And I didn't feel that. And I felt very hurt. Honestly, I don't know if the ladies feel that same kind of way if they've ever been in that situation. But I would feel very hurt that you take the picture down and you're just like, well, let me know when you're about to tag something. How about we just not be on social media no more? How about that? No more. NOMO. No more.
Did y'all have the conversation before, like early on, about?
We never had the conversation. We had a conversation that we're in a relationship, so that's what I treated it as. We're in a relationship. I'm a social butterfly, so pictures and video come with it. They come with me. I'm not checking anybody's phone. Alec has said check his phone. I don't check phones. I don't do any of that.
Because at that point, you just asking for trouble.
Marion said run.
There you go.
Sean said he's foul as hell. His ass should be out. Yeah.
Kick him out there.
He's out.
Oh no, he's gone.
I'm back. So yeah, I've dated another guy previous before too. He would have excuse me, I'm sorry. Did I say kappas? He would always have things on online, pictures and things with his friends and family. But I'm like, what about me? He was like, I don't put my girls on my line. I'm like, you tricky.
Yeah.
You real tricky.
Because the thing is,
because girlfriends
don't
those options, you got options that are open.
He has options.
Yeah.
You gotta limit yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once you
He didn't set his Facebook up right.
you know what I mean? And the thing, Facebook is a public place. So therefore, everybody and their mama knows, hey, I'm no longer single.
I know. Hey, Kevin.
So,
I know. So that puts it on point because on your social media page, you got all these potential backup girls that could be potentials, right?
Yep.
And you got young ladies that are like, oh, who was that? I saw you in the picture with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just
exactly.
Okay.
DM box blowing up. DM box blowing up. Who that is?
Yes, the inbox is just on fire.
Which in actuality makes him more wanted.
That's true. Yeah. So him being in a picture with a young lady probably, I don't know, it made it better or worse. So what do y'all think about the privacy part? Have you ever come across that before?
What do you mean? What do you mean privacy? As far as like them having your password?
No. That what I'm talking about. Just like the example I gave you when it says, "Well, I don't want to post a picture with you." What if a lady told you that? How would you feel?
That would make me feel unwanted. That would make me feel that she does not really want to be with me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're not proud of who I am. So therefore, you know what? I'm good. Don't need you. Cut this short. Because if you don't want me,
I made that change.
Then like, who do you really want?
Well, some people are more private. Some people are private. You know, I mean, I have to respect that.
I get that. You know what I mean? But you're basically telling me, do not post any pictures of me and you.
None. Don't post
in a relationship.
Right.
You know, it really makes me wonder why. Especially when you are on social media heavily.
Posting other stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it was the other way around and the guy wasn't posting any of himself, or I mean a female or either or person wasn't posting anything of themselves in general, they just like post pictures of trees and pictures of animals and whatever. And you'd be like, okay, I can understand that.
Right.
You know, you can understand that. Like, hey, I know people like that. They like, hey, look, I don't post pictures of my kids online. That's just how some people are. They don't do certain things.
I understand.
But you know, you have to see some kind of consistency in it. You're like, okay, well that makes sense. But you know, for certain things, like it just starts becoming suspicious. Like you say, we start looking at it like, hey, look, he or she may have some other options out there, you know, that they don't want to mess up. If you put them up there, and then next thing you know, you got somebody blowing you up.
Yeah,
Tanisha look like she want to say something. Tanisha look like she want to say something. Tanisha look like she want to say something.
I wanted to just say that when my time comes, when I do meet my boo, I'm going to be very discreet about Facebook.
You are?
With having been divorced and folks were watching from, you know, people are just watching. They just nosy. So I just have a different take about how much my personal business I put on Facebook. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to be gung-ho about Facebook because I'm just gonna see the next picture is gonna be bam, I'm married. Y'all gonna be like, what the hell you missing?
Right.
Me walking down the house.
Gonna be with me. Too much.
So you wouldn't posted it.
too much
So,
stress.
Tanisha,
you
wouldn't
Unnecessary
post.
stress about social media. It's so stupid. It really should be. You and I
No,
got to
that's
be
right.
real.
But you know,
So Tanisha, you saying that you wouldn't post again until you reached a certain level in your relationship?
I'm just saying.
Is that
I'm
what you're saying?
evaluating the whole thing. Period. After
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can understand that, like you not wanting to post until you get to a certain level in your relationship, because otherwise, if you're dating, multiple people, it's like, you start looking kind of weird. Like you start looking at it, like, man, that's like 7 girls this year.
right.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I saw on my timeline. I have this girl on my timeline. She always. I mean, I'm telling you, she always 1 minute, hey, me and the boo, and then I look down 3 months later. I'm like, this is not the same dude that I saw 3 months ago. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Oh my, did she go put the little thing on her head? Oh my God. But it's so funny because you're right. And I'm the same way. Like I get in a relationship, once I know it's to that level, I'm 9 times out of 10 not gonna express it on my Facebook neither, because I don't want to express Susie today and then next 3 weeks I'm with Jessica. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I definitely understand that. But however, in that situation where I'm in a relationship and somebody tags me, if I'm their significant other, of course I'm gonna leave it up there. That's who I'm rocking with.
Right.
But
right.
if I'm not gonna take that tag, or that tag is blocked and I gotta accept it and I don't accept it, I'm gonna hear one thing in this ear, why it ain't post. And then number 2, you're gonna be questioning my everything about me, you know what I'm saying, at that point, and you should. But me personally, I'm not the posting guy of my. She got that? Is that an affirmation? She got the subscription. You got a year subscription? Is that a year subscription?
This is my new boo. This is my new boo.
At what point in the
Is that a white
relationship do you change that status?
He is Caucasian. Yes.
Is that a white guy?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is my new boo.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I want Daniel to answer that question. Answer that question for me.
What's the question?
You know what?
At what point in
Go ahead.
Oh, when do you put
At
it
what
up?
point in the relationship do you change the status?
I think, like, honestly, that is a mutual decision that the both of you all have to come to agreement. Because one person may be feeling it may be a little too early. The other person may be feeling it's perfectly fine right now. You know what I mean? But you both have to come to an agreement that it's okay to start posting, because people make assumptions right off the bat. Okay, I have been, labeled as the boyfriend of many females.
At one time?
Yes. Like, I took a picture with a friend of mine, one of my coworkers in Germany. We went to a Luxembourg, jazz festival. I get a phone call from my sister, and she's like, "Is that your girlfriend?" No, that's my coworker. A couple of months later, I go to a car show. I take a picture with another one of my coworkers. Well, next thing you know, on the post, on the thread, "Hey, is that your new boo? Is that your new man?" Oh,
Daniel, see, that's why I'm keeping it off Facebook.
What?
To get the DM.
Those are just friends.
Get the DM.
These have been random people.
Who is that you with, Daniel?
People.
Was that little important line on the picture that says, "Hey, hanging out with my coworker"? Was that?
I didn't post a picture.
It ain't necessary.
Then you can still answer. You can still answer to the picture.
No, granted, I did.
You can still answer to it.
I did answer to the picture, but the thing is, some people just run the assumption. Period.
The next picture y'all see be on my wedding day.
Right. It doesn't matter. Like, when they post
no, that's right.
No more pictures.
You know what I mean? So my thing is this.
Break it down.
Just if you're in a relationship, just come to an agreement that it's okay and you're ready. You're both ready to actually start posting pictures as a couple, because once you do that, unity. And when you're in unity, nothing else can actually.
Let me ask the guys a question. You guys ready? How many females have asked you for the password to your phone or your social media?
One.
None.
Gabby, you said none?
None.
Mon, you said none?
None. They know better.
They better not ask me.
I said one.
Yeah, they know better. They know
Don't
better.
ask me for nothing.
Nah.
That's my phone. Unless
Yeah,
you
they
say,
know better,
you know,
man.
they're typing a message to Lorie.
But see, like I don't attract that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the type of person, if I don't ask you, you shouldn't ask me.
Don't ask me that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like if you don't act, like for one, I don't attract that type of person. But more importantly, if I don't ask you, you shouldn't ask me.
Definitely don't ask
But
me.
to be honest, like
Yeah.
no one has ever asked me that.
And they won't.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can look, yeah, because like the only thing you see on my social media is my daughters, business trips,
That's true.
vacations with my daughters, and business. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't see me doing nothing else, tagging no fat booty chicks or nothing.
His page is clean. He's got food.
Hey, look, go check my page. My place is clean. Yeah, I cook. I do. That's all you see. I do social. I do things that will. I do things that won't tarnish my brand. I don't do anything that tarnishes my brand because that's all I have is Kevin Howell. That's all people know me about, and it's synonymous to integrity and having a great deal of credibility.
That's
So
right.
I don't post foolishness. Now I get foolishness in my DM.
Wait a minute, so you don't have
Nope. Well, I do when I go to like business events and stuff like that. That's what you will see. You'll see me and probably 4 other women. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You ain't gonna like you can go, you can go back. Yeah, you can go back from now. Like you can go back from now ever since I started on Facebook.
Camouflage.
The only women you will see me close to is my daughters. That's
What's
it,
your
man.
last name?
I'm sick for my daughters. I'll show you my daughter. Peterson.
What's your Facebook name?
Kevin Howell. Kevin Howell.
All right.
Yeah, Kevin Howell. That's what you'll see.
So let's move on. So no password as far as asking for that. No one's ever asked for that. If anybody were to ask for passwords, it would be a straight no.
I've only had one individual
that means you don't trust me. Exactly. If you ask me for my password, you don't trust me.
Exactly.
Like it's over then.
Right.
It's over then.
It's over.
Because if I ain't asked for your password, why you asking for mine? You don't trust me. You don't trust me. You don't trust me. You're out of there.
All right.
Steve, right?
Kevin, stop it.
I'm an umpire. Number
3. How about the person that shows
Mr. Glass.
Too much PDA, too much form of affection.
Too much.
Kevin, you are banned.
Kevin, who is Linda?
Ladies and gentlemen, your ADD is kicking in.
Or either the wine.
The wine is kicking in for you.
No, I'm just playing.
When you have, let's say, a picture and she's always showing public forms of affection, does that bother you when she posts it on her page? This is for the gentleman.
Hold on. So
your
you're
girl
in a relationship with this young lady, and she's showing public displays of affection with you in the picture.
Yeah. So on her social media page, she's showing a lot of pictures of you two together on her page. Would that bother you?
No, I mean if we're together, like why would it bother me?
No,
I
wouldn't bother me.
I'm a trophy. So if she wants to go show off the trophy, hey, more power to you.
There you go.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it. I mean, because if I'm in a relationship and it got to the level where I'm posting you,
Yeah.
oh, it makes some people mad. But it's like an exposure. I'm going to expose people to who's a part of my circle, because that's really what my Facebook is about.
Yeah, and not only that,
that's really what my Facebook is about. Exposure.
Yeah, he is a trophy.
That you're in a relationship and that you're a united front. So nobody's actually going to try to step to you. I mean, you do have some of those trifling individuals, but the thing is, it shows
they be in the DM terribly.
Yeah.
Listen, Andre Slater on Facebook had mentioned it's not so much that he's hiding anything; it's more so just a privacy issue to keep you all. Kind of like an Oprah and Stedman situation, like you don't want everybody in your business. It just becomes a fine line because you just don't know.
I mean, I understand that.
Yeah, but if you all are in
if you're already in the relation, tell her, Daniel. Daniel, think of what I'm saying. Go ahead, say it, Daniel. You think of what I'm saying.
In agreement with that, then cool. But you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's no disrespect, to the comment, but that's bull. And I'm gonna keep it 100. We're gonna keep it 1,000, right? That's what this show is about, keeping it 1,000.
If you're a public,
if you're already with that person, it shouldn't be nothing. It should be no problem that another person posts you on their Facebook.
Okay.
If you hadn't it, you hadn't it for the wrong reasons. I'm gonna keep it 100. You're talking to a guy who been single and have a multitude of female friends, right? And I've had people go into my DM, is this and that and this and that. Kev, I don't never see you post no girl, stuff like that. For one, I keep my business private because I'm not in a relationship with them. But if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't truly have a problem posting it, but it wouldn't be excessive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I keep showing my girl, somebody might want to go out there and get her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna post her like that. Keep that to myself.
Oh, that's what you got, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's find her out. That's true.
But I don't mind if you post me though. I'm the trophy.
You're the trophy.
I don't mind if you post me though. Yeah, I'm a trophy, man. Shoot. Look at Tanisha. She tripping. Like, look at this guy. I'm gonna go search this guy. This guy's
all right. So number 4. You guys ready?
Yep.
What about you date somebody? You're dating somebody and they're always online. They're always on their phone.
Sheesh.
Gotta give them something to do. Gotta keep them occupied.
You're on Black Planet, just checking out their profile.
I'm gonna say one word: programmed. Yeah, man. Program, man. You gotta realize everything out here programs you. Lorie, as you know, we've been trained. If you don't program you, something else will program you, or whatever entertains you, trains you, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're on that social media all the time, even if I'm showing you all the attention on the planet, but you still own it, you're just programmed to it.
You have an addiction.
It's hard to change people when they're programmed. Yeah, it's hard to really change people who've been programmed.
You're right.
It's a program. You've been programmed.
I don't think I've ever been
you do something over and over and over again. Yeah.
I've never been out to dinner with anyone and they were excessively on their phone.
I have. I said, look, I know you pay the bill, but I can't compete with that phone, boo. Look, here go the bill, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, no competition with that phone.
You have to set the standard. When you go out, what's up?
Yeah, I'll admit my fault to that. You know what I mean? I've been in situations before where I was out and, you know what I mean, I was actually texting other people, checking.
Me too. I'll be piggybacking off of Daniel. I'm telling you. I do too, Daniel.
When you're at the dinner table, you're texting someone else?
Well, yeah. I mean, like being out with friends and stuff like that. I've been texting. I've been, saying
On
told
a date. On a date.
on a date.
With your
Saying
mate.
do something different. Sometimes I will wait till they go to the bathroom and stuff like that.
Can't wait. You're like, oh.
You are so respectful, Daniel. I like you. You're so respectful.
You know what I mean? But,
As soon as you come back from the bathroom, hey.
But one of the things,
and that's a horrible feeling to come back to the table on your date. You saw them on the phone, and they hang up before you get there, but they think that you haven't seen them.
Right.
Right. Oh, you back
One of the
already?
things
Oh.
that I've started doing is, I would literally turn my phone down, turn the ringer off, and just put it off to the side. That way I can actually engage in conversation with her.
You better.
Because essentially, she's going to feel disconnect. Because I'm already engaged in someone or something else.
Yeah.
So how can I have a possible relationship grow if I'm not actually engaging in her?
Because as soon as you start getting on the phone texting, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh,
On the phone.
Let me see what my friend is doing.
Right.
Yeah, but see that's what usually happens. Female gets on the phone. I'm like, oh well, shoot, let me get on mine. But I can stay on mine longer because I'm potentially getting ready to do some 3-ways. I'm about to head to the bathroom. I'm doing all that. Like,
Three-way like that.
Hey, excuse me, I gotta go make a call. Look, I'm closing. Like,
thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, but Daniel, I got a question for Daniel. Who were you texting when she walked off? Is the question.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Don't matter.
It could have been business. That's important.
Yeah.
This is the deal.
That's important.
This is the deal. It doesn't really matter, who I was texting, because the thing is, in that woman's mind, it was another woman.
Bingo.
Point blank. It was another woman that I was texting.
That's right.
That's why I asked him the question.
Yeah.
Because now we get to flip the script. When you're on your phone and we assume you're on social media, should we not also assume you're texting somebody else? That's why I asked Daniel the question.
Don't do it.
Tanisha.
Etiquette. You out on a date, okay?
Right.
Let's establish the etiquette first.
Okay.
That's a two-way street, Tanisha. That's a two-way street, Tanisha.
So let me ask the question then.
Right? What you guys think?
Let my brother answer the question. Let my brother ask the question. Ask the question, brother.
So what's the etiquette then? Because you guys are saying, all right, so we know it's not appropriate to sit there in front of a person texting.
No.
But now you guys are saying it's inappropriate for somebody to step away and then you text because you didn't want to do it in front of the person. And so now what's the thing? So now what is it we're supposed to just say, all right, well, I can't text for the whole night?
Amon.
No, how about saying, let's step off the grid for a minute and let's just have this dinner. Let this be about you and I. You mean to tell me in the span of time of a dinner that lasts maybe 45 minutes to an hour, you cannot not make a call or receive a call?
That's the same thing I'd be saying. That's the same thing I'd be saying.
No.
Thank you.
So this is this is the thing.
What I'm saying. That comes the time for you to say,
you need to go home.
You have every opportunity. It's a date. You're like, babe, can we step off the grid for a minute?
Yeah.
This be between you and I. I'm gonna turn mine off.
It's all contextual though. It's all contextual because for the most part,
how about that?
For the most part, it's cool. For the most part, yeah, that's cool. We're gonna step off the grid. We're gonna have our date. We're gonna go and chill and relax and for the next couple of hours or so, not touch our phones. On the opposite end of that, there's sometimes where it's like, well, I may be in the middle of a business thing where I need to have some kind of contact going on right now because I got this deal going on. So I guess as long as I communicate that up front, but there are times where there are important things that need to be handled, and different. I can't that's different. So I'm saying that it's not an all the time thing, but every now and then, don't assume that. I mean, if I'm being respectful during the dinner, and you step away, and I'm like, oh, I gotta answer this important text, and come back and be like, oh, you rude asshole. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, it was an important text I needed to take care of. I think it was something important.
If it's something like that, of course, just say, hey, I got an important thing. I'm in real estate too. So things come up where something is going down at that moment. Give me a second. I need to handle this. But I'm not sitting there for 45 minutes stepping away. Like, okay, your ass needs to go home.
But like Daniel said, like Daniel said, if we doing it, majority of you guys, let's not even say majority. Some of y'all gonna think, oh, that's a girl. But if you saying, oh, I got a business deal, I got to check care of this, should we not assume the same thing? Even though most of us probably wouldn't, but I'm just saying, like I said, it's a two-way street. That's why I asked Daniel that question, because I know the answer that he would bring to the table will be some of value.
I just think we need to have some etiquette, establish some, unless it's an emergency, let's step off the grid. I think we get enough distractions throughout the day. If we're on a nice day, just shut it down. I mean, just shut it down for a little bit.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I agree totally.
Yeah.
Both of
I'm
us
just playing
shut it down.
I'm playing devil's advocate right now because I usually don't get on my phone. I usually don't get on my phone when I'm
in that way, in that manner, you remove all doubt. If it's just if that person is important to you enough to get to know, then get to know them.
Right.
All those business dealings, like I said, dinner is 45 minutes to an hour. My God.
2 hours.
You just shut it down for 2 hours. If you just kill it.
Even if it's
I agree.
Date.
It's just a two-way street.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I've had it that way. People come into my house. Let's just shut it down. You want to plug it in and so you can get some,
juice.
You need your phone plugged in. So let's turn it up. Turn it off.
That's a whole different topic. People dating and having a successful business. Like all of us here are entrepreneurs. So we don't have a 9-to-5 job. So I get it. The reason why your answers are what they are is because our jobs don't stop at 5 o'clock.
Right.
So I get that. Dinner time is just like, you're like
keep it moving,
still working, but I still got to give her time. Okay, but you got to remember, if you were trying to get to know someone and they're trying to be next to you, you got to cut it off. You got to learn to cut it off. It's not an emergency every time that phone rings or dings.
Right.
Trust me, and that's one thing I had to learn is because I was so engulfed in work that I'm missing out on potentials because I'm all about work. Like, okay, give yourself some personal time.
Right.
You're not a firefighter. You're not in the ER, so you're not having to put out fires.
Dr. Dan he got to go do surgery. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dan got to go do surgery.
This is not surgery. Put the phone down. It's okay.
Excuse me, but I got to dip out right quick. I got a heart surgery. Yeah.
All right, so number 4 was always online. We get that.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost wrapping it up because we need to get up. What about number 6? The last thing, 5 is always attention seekers. Taking excessive pictures of themselves and posting it online. What do you think about that? Selfies.
Selfies.
Kim Kardashian
Hey,
selfies.
can I tell this one quick story, then I'm gonna get out of the way. I remember I posted. I'm not even a selfie type of dude, but I posted a selfie, and Lorie hit me up and was like, "Kev, you can't do the selfie like that, bro.
You did it in the bathroom.
You can't do this. You remember that?
You did it in the bathroom.
Yeah, you remember that? My bathroom was, she was like, yo, Kev, your brand, Kev. I said, you know what? Say no more. Took it down immediately. That was the funniest time. You remember that?
Oh my God.
Ever since then, I don't take those selfies.
It was in the bathroom, right? Kevin and I
it was in the bathroom.
Kevin and I work in credit education and real estate together, okay? So I'm looking at his page one day, and normally what I see is food posts and his daughters more than anything else. And then anytime I see somebody with a bathroom shot and I can see the stall in the back, oh no. I was like, take it down, please take it down. You didn't even crop it. You didn't even crop it where you don't see it. Like I saw it.
I ain't know how to do that. I ain't even know how to do that at the time. Honestly. But when she told me that, I was like, it's out of there.
You didn't take it.
She knows more than me. That's why we have to always be a student. I did take it immediately down. When you told me that, you was like, I'm a student. When she told me that, I was like, you know what? You're exactly right. And I took it down. You don't see it up there now.
Most guys
take pictures in the bathroom.
Yeah, but most guys don't really take selfies. It's more so women that take selfies.
Yeah.
Right.
If you
Okay,
take a
so I'm just
selfie,
saying,
Yeah.
if you saw your girl posting excessive pictures, what would you think?
it all depends on what type of excessive pics that she's actually taking.
Let me give you an example.
All right, there we go. Let's go.
Oh Lord.
There we go. Close your eyes.
All right, so
Hey.
all of these, and then I'm not gonna stand up. I'm not gonna stand up, but I'm talking about the ass shots too, the butt shots.
Okay. Now the ass shots.
What you
No,
gonna say?
we not having that
That's.
because that's.
I'm out.
No, you're
That's
not
low
out.
class.
No. You're not gonna be.
I'm out.
No.
You think you
That's a
really think
character
she
thing.
wants to change that? That's a character thing. Do you really think she's want to change that if I say no, don't do that?
Then make sure you communicate that with her. Hey, that bothers me. You just don't roll out because you see pictures.
Well,
No.
she's doing that before she meets Kevin. So first of all, Kevin not gonna give her the time of day, knowing that that's how
And
she.
Kevin's gonna be on his phone so much. That's why she's taking so many pictures.
Exactly.
And somebody gonna be on there liking the heck out of it.
I'm gonna take an ass shot. I'm gonna take an ass. If you can take ass shots, I'm gonna take ass shots too.
Then you're gonna
You can take them. I can take them too. Shit.
No, just don't do it near the stall, right?
then you're gonna be in a whole different category, buddy. You're gonna be getting
Right.
guys.
You're gonna end up on a different social media.
Right.
Right.
Right. Brand is gone.
Oh Lord.
Brand is totally gone.
Brand shot, right?
Inbox.
Nobody gonna
Yeah.
do business with me forever.
Hey, Kev, this is
Well,
William.
The
Lord
Adam
have
Family.
mercy.
I saw your shot. It looked
That'd
like
be crazy.
funny.
Yeah. There's
That's-
nothing worse than getting
That's
hit
when
on by
you'll
a guy.
see my page.
Delete it.
Man, I'm telling you, and just to keep it 1,000, that's happened, but it's happened before. I'm gonna be honest with you, it happened before. Delete it immediately. Get out of there.
All right,
But
guys.
if that was to happen, as a result of me doing that, I'm shutting my whole social media platform down. You won't find me on
What
there,
you say?
buddy.
You got to
That's
restart.
That's nasty.
All right, so let's wrap this up. All right, so social media relationship seems like now it's like in the last 10 years, it's taken a whole different spin, right? So you have to be more open and communicate with your partner on what's up, what you feel comfortable with, and if they're willing to change it, cool. If they're not, then be like Kevin and roll out. And then just roll out.
I'm out of there.
And just roll
Yeah,
out.
man.
You got to give them the benefit of
man.
the doubt to find out,
Like my-
first of all, is can they stop doing that? Will they stop doing that? Because it could be an insecurity on that other person's part. You have nothing to do with that insecurity, but you don't feed into it.
Right.
And I'm not saying you guys, I'm just saying period. Because women do stuff on purpose just to make y'all jealous.
Mm-hmm.
We do that.
And
If we're not
and to
enough-
attract more people. Yeah.
if we're not getting enough attention.
Didn't you say that you're not getting enough?
Thank you for that truth. Thank you for that truth.
You're
We
welcome,
appreciate
sir.
that truth.
You're very welcome.
We
And we don't
appreciate
care.
that truth, man. We appreciate it.
And I'm a Leo, so I've been known to do some raggedy stuff just to get some attention.
Petty boobs, huh?
Lord.
Let me give you an example. Right? I didn't do this on purpose, but when I saw it, I just cracked up. Have you seen that meme on Facebook where the biggest way to get back at your boyfriend is to put the passenger seat all the way back?
Yeah, I seen
See
it
all the
before.
way back, and he's like, "So who's been in this seat?" No
Mm-hmm.
one was in the seat. I was just like, "No one." Keep messing with me.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't ask that though.
Neither would
You know what
I.
I'm saying? I don't care about no seat.
Might be thinking it.
Yeah, like
Might be thinking it.
My first
Right
thought,
to
them dudes insecure, man.
like
Them
honestly,
dudes insecure. That's all that is.
if
Who asks about a seat, man? A child could have been in that seat.
right, and my thing is like,
Not with it way
That's all,
back.
pray.
Not with it way back.
Not when it's way back.
I'm
Not when it's way back and the backrest is lean back.
Break it up. Break it down.
No.
Back up. That's what she
I'm
was
sorry, man. A child could have been playing with that seat, man. I
Right.
ain't thinking about no seat, man. It's too
Lori,
much
I'm with
emotion.
you.
Like,
They
I'm
like
not putting my
I was
energy
playing
in
I'm
too.
that.
with you.
If I don't see him, if I don't see him in the seat, if I don't see him in the seat, I'm not worried.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
is.
Good
That's
answer.
all that matters.
Good answer. Ladies, don't be
Thank
petty.
you for putting the seat. Thank you for putting the seat
Exactly.
back for me.
Nope.
Mhm.
Look at Tanisha. Tanisha
And
tripping.
how you say it,
Tanisha,
Lori? If don't
Tanisha
touch
done
the
did that.
setting. Don't touch
Tanisha
the
done did
setting.
that before too.
Every woman has done something petty. I can believe. Every guy has done something petty. I don't know what it looks like, but y'all have done something.
Mm, no,
Mm-mm.
We
no.
need attention. You all need attention. But either way, let's
I can tell them I need some attention. Now,
Huh?
I'm just up front. I need some
I
attention.
got self
We know
love.
y'all need attention.
I,
We know that.
But I'm
I
not
got
gonna.
self love, man.
I mean, because that's like reverse
I got
psychology
self love.
for that.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
know,
gonna tell you one of the main reasons why I probably have been single for a while is because since I have gone through personal growth and self-development, that whole like mind shift has shifted the way I look at people and the way who I accept in my space. Because everyone is not of like mind.
right?
And just because they look good, they smell good, they walk good, or they're 5'9", they're 6'3", if they're not right up here and you guys can't sync and have a intellectual conversation and fun and what can we do to grow together, it's not going to go anywhere. So
No.
I've noticed, you know, when people ask that question, well, why are you single? Because I haven't connected with the right person. That's all. I mean, it's nothing wrong with a man or a woman if they're not in a relationship. But I know now I cannot go back to someone who is not on that same realm of personal growth, self-development, know who they are, you know, want to better their best. I can't. I won't.
Right.
So that has a lot to do
On
with
that frequency. They
that.
gotta be on the same frequency.
Has
Yeah.
to be very similar, and that has a
Yeah.
lot to do with our topic today because it has to do with insecurity and jealousy.
Right.
Yep, absolutely.
All of this has to do with if you are secure with who you are, trust that person, and just be honest with it, then a lot of that social media, yes, it doesn't really matter.
Insecurities is what actually destroyed my marriage.
Insecurities destroy. But back then, was it social media?
It wasn't well. Part of it was social media. Other parts was just her being insecure. Period. You know, what I mean, she had a lot of issues, or she had a lot of experiences where she got burnt in a sense. And matter of fact, Laura, I think I was sharing this with you the other night. Well, she actually was I'm sorry, it wasn't Laura, it was Tanisha. She was actually supposed to be engaged, you know what I'm saying, to a guy, and he wound up going into the hospital, and lo and behold, his fiance walks into the room, and he introduced his fiance to her as his friend.
Mm-hmm.
The friend.
Huge insecurity, wall just went straight up.
Wow.
Baggage now has been entered into my marriage because she brought it along with her.
Because she what?
She brought it along with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like you have to let go of all of that.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to let go of your past, then you have no future.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that has a lot to do with counseling. And I think so many people in the African American community, for some reason, don't like that word counseling.
Just
So
call it.
I like we call it something else, relationship experts or relationship coaching, whatever it has to do with. But people need it because they need that third party to say, well, Lorie, did you think about what you did wrong in that situation? Or, you know, Bob, did you understand how that made her feel? You two can't have that conversation because you're like this. But if a third party comes in there and helps kind of get in the middle of that, then that could help. But I think that before you guys get married,
Yes,
and I'm not even, I'm just talking about relationship stuff, but I'm just talking about period. you got to have some kind of relationship with a personal growth and self-development platform so that you can be right. Forget being in a relationship so you can be right. Because you can't, like your ex-wife, she's not going to welcome anyone. She's not going to be able to welcome anyone because she hasn't gotten this right yet.
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to wrap this up. We got the tips. So we got social media. Just be careful when you're out there in your relationships. Keep the phone away. Kevin, you know, if you're on a date, understand she is your queen.
And I'm on.
She is your queen for
what
that.
You talking about, Tanisha? I don't have a problem.
Don't disrespect her and don't disrespect you all the time during that time. Unless you are a police officer, put the damn or you're a doctor.
Not the popo.
Yeah, or you're a doctor on call. That'd be the only reason why you really need to be on the phone call that much.
What if I'm a fireman part-time?
Then that means you're so then she needs to understand.
I put out fires. I put out fires.
What kind?
Yeah,
what
I put
kind
out
of fire?
fires in
They
people's
have
lives, though.
They have
I put out fire. I put out
flaming fire.
Yeah.
They have off days.
Ain't no off days for this.
They have
Ain't no off day for this fireman. There's no off day for this fireman.
Anyway. Anyway, can
there's
you
a lot of people who need their fire put out in their lives, man. So I just come drop water on them.
Kevin.
Equivalent to knowledge.
Kevin, take your medicine.
I'm just being a butthead at the moment.
Yeah, we need to talk about full disclosure.
All right. So because it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's in the policy and procedure department.
Kevin, I'm gonna kick your butt. Kevin, we're about to do our affirmations now. All right. So let's focus on 4 to 5, Daniel. 4 to 5. That's it.
Okay.
There's so many of us on the line. I want you to think about what would be intentional for you as you're growing, getting into a relationship. If you're wanting to get into a relationship, when you're ready to get into a relationship, what will be 4 good intentions to set you right to welcome that person in your life?
4 affirmations.
Kevin, I want you to go last.
Sheesh. I need time to think about it.
All right, I'll do it first. I want you to go last because I know you're going to bring it real strong. So that's why I want you to go last. All right, so 4 to 5, and guys, over in Facebook land, yes, we have a conversation of the evening, and of course we talk about what we talk about, but we want to make sure that we are being a blessing to others and our own households to make sure that we are bringing our best, bringing our best. Like, how can someone else benefit from this topic for tonight and save a relationship, or at least just kind of salvage what they have going on because of the topic? So I will give my top 4 as far as what can I do to be a better woman for a man to receive me back. And I would say 1, and affirmations, just in case you don't do them, they are actual intentions of what you plan to do. There's not I'm gonna try. It's an intention. It's a true declaration, and it begins with I am. I am honest with myself. I am a blessing to myself as well as others. I am a giver and receiver, and I am loved. Those are my 4.
So what is a blessing?
A blessing means I think about others first rather than myself first.
Okay.
Who's up next? Tanisha?
I don't want to be.
I'll go next.
Go on mine.
All right. So I am. I'm gonna be stealing yours. That's why I said I'm not gonna jump in here first before I be taking everybody's stuff. But I'm definitely honest. I'm open with my communications. I'm a leader as well as a provider.
You are a provider. I like that. And Sudi on the line says, and you follow God. Yeah, that's a given. Yeah, I definitely, that is a given.
Yes, indeed.
He is my everything. Tanisha?
So mine are, I am a great listener. I realize listening is an art.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Listening is an art.
I am a giver and a receiver, so I have one of yours. I am worth it, and I am not afraid.
Love it. Love it. I love it. Daniel?
I got a few. And one of them is actually based off of our conversation that we've had the other day. I am better today because of yesterday.
Because of?
Today. So that is kind of.
I didn't hear what you said. It skipped. I'm sorry.
I am better today because of yesterday.
Good.
Oh,
Awesome.
It just kind of stems from some of the stuff that I've been through in my past. I've gotten over it, and I'm better today.
I'm better today than I was yesterday. No baggage. No baggage.
Right. Another one is I am committed to building a strong foundation with my mate.
Okay.
A lot of us do not commit to the commitment of building together.
Okay.
So I want to commit to building something strong and have a very strong foundation with my mate.
I like that.
So I am leader with integrity. And I think integrity is very important simply because you're not get involved in it. It's no longer about you, but it's about them. So you have to protect not just yourself, but them as well.
Making that face. Tanisha and her facial expressions.
Yeah.
Daniel, what was your affirmation? I'm so glad I mine muted out because it was all this. I couldn't hear what you said.
Which one? Which one?
The last.
Just say the affirmation. Just say the affirmation.
That was all.
Okay. I am a leader with integrity. I am committed to building a strong foundation with my youth. And I am better today because of yesterday.
All right. I got you.
And I'm going to give you two that Sudi Davis had said on line one. You follow God. You know how to love yourself and others. And I'm not going to say I am not a quitter because I don't want to put not in the affirmation. I am a finisher and proud of it.
Awesome.
Like that.
I'm a finisher. Awesome. Yeah, because we start a lot of stuff, we don't finish it. And that has a lot to do with relationships also. You get in, you don't know how to deal with conflict, but it's a whole nother show. All right, Kevin.
Well, since I actually just wrote mine down based off the topic that you guys gave. So my first one is I am one with a woman who understands what being one means. I am, yeah, that's my number one.
Guys be rocking it on Unleash Live. Y'all are good.
This is
I am. Y'all funny, man. This is real though. I am one who gives agape love. I am loyal, and I am a reflection of God's heart. Those are my four.
Woo! Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
I'm stealing that one.
Drop the mic.
I'm stealing
it. Back here, boy.
Exit the stage to the left.
That was awesome. Yeah. And I think with all of the things that we set as that foundation, then we can welcome somebody in their life, but they have to be on that same wavelength, y'all. It's one thing when we have it, but those people have to be saying that, and that's who we attract. We attract that person. So, and G, did you want to go?
All I have to say about that last one is, you know how they have those little decals that you put on your wall? I need that on my wall.
Which one?
Right there. What he just said. I need that on my wall.
He said so much.
I am the reflector.
Don't even enter and play around in here unless you could do all of that right there. Decals. Okay.
Stickers for everyone.
I got the decals going $19.99 on decals.com.
That's all right. I will pay for them. That's okay. That's all right. That will be paid for. It's worth it. Somebody else needs to read and see and understand that.
Yeah, I understand that.
All right. Are you just affirming what Kevin said?
I'm affirming what he said. How can you follow that?
You can.
How can you follow that?
Angie, give me 2.
Okay.
Give me 2 that you're gonna do.
At least 2. You know, I'm so close to this. It's not even crazy. It's funny.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Beyond everything that I've been through, I am a person who can give love and receive it. I'm trustworthy. I am gracious.
Gracious.
I am loyal to a fault.
No, period.
And
You're just loyal. You're just
I am.
I am loyal.
I am loyal.
Okay.
So
awesome.
that's what I got.
I love it, y'all. Y'all did good. Did y'all have fun? We didn't go too much. You want your wine? This is my time where I can have quality time with wine. Okay, I don't have nothing. I put the wedding veil on because y'all were tripping about the pictures, so that's why I have the wedding veil on. If y'all are wondering why is she in that, the next picture y'all see on Facebook, on social media, is going to be me in a way off brand guy. This guy right here.
Josh
from North Dakota. It's going to be us, just like this. I'm gonna cut it out and put it on my face, next to my face. That's it. Y'all know I'm gonna do it. Y'all know I'm gonna do it.
You go Photoshop it.
Photoshop it, yeah. You're like, man, she's going through something.
Yeah, big muscles, everything.
I found somebody who can cook for me and make a website.
Oh my God.
Does he make smoothies?
Oh, Lord. He said smoothies.
He does it all. Hold on.
Awesome. What is that?
That boy actually recorded. You ain't got a DVR.
I do, but I always like to watch it at least halfway in, so I don't have to stay up too late.
Hit the pause button.
Okay. All right. So look. So next week we're gonna be here same time, 9:00, and we're gonna have the topic is going to be what size is your ... We're going to be talking about what size is your ...
Sheesh.
You know what I'm going to be addressing? We could be talking about what size is your credit score. Hello. Y'all's mine are in the gutter.
What do you expect? What do you expect? What do you mean?
Look, when you said that, you know that song, I'm only human, born to make mistakes, but really?
We're going to be talking about several things to see what size is your bank account, what size is your credit score. We're going to be talking about what size is your... So...
That.
That was a...
How far back you put the dot?
That's what you call that's what you call peaking interest phenomenally. I'm telling you.
Peaking interest.
Jeez.
On that note, we are
send me the video.
No. All right, guys, we're out of here. So next week, as I said, same time, same place, Live. If you have not already subscribed, Facebookers, make sure you go over to Unleash Live group, like the page, and then just make sure you tune in so we can chit chat next week. All right, guys.
Awesome. You guys have a great night, man. It was great
You all
fellowshipping
too.
with
That
y'all
was
tonight.
fun.
Yeah.
It was
That
great
was so
fellowship
much
with
fun.
y'all. All right, enjoy your night.
All right.
Salute.